Hi there, my name is April Sawtelle and welcome to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to give you a few ideas and a few tips of things that you could use in your quilts if you need a foundation piece. I use a lot of foundation pieces in my quilts because I do a lot of crumb quilts, I do a lot of string quilts. I'm always adding scraps onto a foundation piece. I'm just going to give you a few ideas of what I do. I'm a super thrifty quilter. I will use up everything I have. And when I'm done with something, I'm pretty much going to use it somewhere else. So, and these are just some of the quilts I've made with the foundation pieces on the backs. Here's just a few blocks that I have left over from some of the quilts I've done that I've put the foundation pieces on the back. And I will use just about anything on the backs of these. I keep these right underneath my ironing table. I always have a bag of scraps under there, and I always have some foundation pieces, so whenever I have time, I can make up squares. I haven't had a lot of time recently to do it, but it is something that I really do enjoy doing. So I always keep this handy. It's also good for making scrap tape. I do have a tutorial I'll link below to show you how to make scrap tape, and you'll use a foundation piece for that. All I'm going to be using is a couple of rulers, squares, whatever size you like to use, and a rotary cutter. When I'm looking for foundation pieces with fabrics that I'm not going to use anymore, I typically look for something pretty thin. I don't want anything too thick to give it too much. I'll have a pile going of what fabrics, when this runs out, what the next things are going to go into being foundation pieces. So I don't have to search for it. You know, that way it's just right at my fingertips when I need to start cutting up some foundation pieces. I'll use sheets when I'm done with those, or my kids too give me a lot of stuff when they're done with it, so I'll use that up. Those are nice and thin. Those make great foundation pieces. You know, this is still another old sheet. Old pillowcases, those work great. And of course, muslin, that's always super if you have extra of that. That does work good. I don't always want to buy muslin to use. I want to use up something I already have. I do love muslin, but I will not purchase it just to be a foundation piece. I'll use up everything I have and don't want. So then I'll just use scrap fabrics here and there, whatever I am done with. Like this, I just don't like the feeling of this one. It's thin, but it's very rough. It's just, I guess it's just a really poor quality piece of fabric. I would not put that into a quilt because it's too rough on my fingers. I would not want anybody snuggling up with that being on their face. So I will definitely cut that into some squares to use for foundation pieces. And this is just like some old piece of fabric. It's got some writing on it. It was recycled from something, I don't know what. You know, I'll cut that seam out, of course, and I'll just go around it. And I would use it with that writing on there because you will never see that. You know, by the time you put the binding on and the back in, and you've got your block made, you won't see that writing. So that won't bother me whatsoever. The other thing I'm starting to collect now is one of my subscribers had told me about using dryer sheets, and this is a nice way to look at the dryer sheets. I have a little stack that are kind of nice looking, and I have a big bag full here. These ones I ironed just to show you, and these are going to be great. I have done it on like just a couple of blocks so far ever since she told me about that. What a great idea, though. I mean, just start collecting your dryer sheets, using them as a foundation piece. They're really lightweight. They smell good. You're never going to notice them in the quilt, and I think it's a super fabulous idea. I mean, it's a different size that I'm going to have to get used to using, but something I certainly am going to start working on. So that's always an idea. And I just absolutely love using like old sheets just because you get so many foundation pieces out of a sheet. And, you know, when they start getting a little hole in them and you're just done with it, I'll just take the sheet, I'll fold it in half, and then I'll fold it in half again, and then I'll just start cutting out my blocks. I'll leave all the hems on it and everything, and I'll just cut around that. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll make both sizes. When I'm cutting out a bunch at a time, I'll just cut 2 different sizes, and that way I have stacks of both. So when I go to do a project, I know I'm either going to work with a 10-inch block or an 8.5-inch block. So I'll just have stacks of both right at my fingertips. It'll just make it a lot easier. I just want to do the least amount of cutting. I can fold this and then fold it in half. And what this is going to do is I'm going to be able to get a 10-inch, 4 10-inch blocks and 4 8-inch blocks out of the same cut. And then I would just make sure all of the hems are pulled out so they're not, underneath the ruler. Make sure you can see them. And then I would just start cutting these, and I would go all the way down the fabric. And I'd cut them all out at once just so I could be totally done with this piece of scrap. That has now, it's a sheet that has now turned into a piece of scrap. I don't really want it laying around as a cut up piece of, I don't want it in part of my stash. And I would just go ahead and I would cut around the whole square. That will give you 4 at a time. Now on this particular fabric, I'm not going to put a real super light fabric over it so it shows through. I'll be sure of that when I'm working on making my crumb quilts or whatnot. And then I would just go over here and I would do the same thing. Make sure I see all 4 hems here. And then I would just start cutting into this one. And this will be my 8.5-inch ones. And then I would just take these scraps that I just cut off and put them right into my scrap bin. And then I'd have my 10-inch blocks. And I'd have my 8.5-inch blocks. And then I would just add these right into my bin that I keep beside me. And I would be ready and prepared at all times. And I didn't need to waste any good fabric on getting these foundation pieces. And you'll have stacks and stacks and stacks to make lots and lots and lots of quilts. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Bye.